Okay, so the reason we are making this video is because of one of the videos I posted, like maybe it's been 2-3 weeks ago, when I got a load from Colorado and I was going to Boise, Idaho. In Wyoming, I had a little bit of icy roads, and I had people commenting, why would you even drive in that condition? And it's obviously because of the local job I had, right? I had a local job in Idaho, and we would be hauling milk, and no matter what the weather was like, we had to go get that milk. Ice, snow, like even like a meteor rains, is that what it's called? Even if rock would be falling from the sky, we would still have to go get that milk and bring it back, no matter what kind of, like, if it's an icy road, rainy road, windy road, like we have to go get that milk and come back, because if we wouldn't, the milk would go to trash, you know, and that's a big lose for a dairyman, and the dairyman would have blamed the trucking company because of all the milk that goes to waste, right? So we couldn't waste any milk. We had to go there, pick it up before it was too late, because they can never stop the cows from milking. I don't know, you might not know that, obviously, because people doesn't know stuff like that, right? I didn't know before I get that job, but they can never stop the cows from milking. And when the silo overfills, the milk is basically coming straight to the trash, right? So no matter the weather condition, no matter the time, whatever, it was like, okay, the road is icy, and let's say it's a 3-hour trip, the guy, like the supervisor, would be like, okay, take 6 hours, but go there, take that milk, come back, you know, go slow, do whatever you want, but still go there, take that milk, come back. So that's the case, right? And I'm gonna show you guys a little video of like what it was like when I used to work there. I got a lot of Snapchat memories, so I combined most of them into one. That's not all of them, that's like the ones that I'm able to show, but that's like a tip of the iceberg, because I have more, but I didn't want to put it out there. Then people would be like, man, you are really crazy. I didn't want to, like, maybe it was like not a good thing to show online, right? So I picked the ones that I could pick, put them together, and made a little video. Let's go watch that one, and then by then I'll be ready to hit the road, and then next time I see you, probably somewhere not here, somewhere else. Let's go.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Come and check.
Oh, that's real good.
stopping me.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Come and check. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Yeah, bro, I'm just fucking putting my chains on. Look what happened. So I come over here. Fucking sleep. I come over here, I made a turn right, and then I go all the way there. You see there's a little hill, and then the truck couldn't make it, bro. So I slide all the way back like this one here, and then now I'm putting up my chain, bro. That's gonna help me pull out. But it's fucking miserable, bro. Fucking miserable, bro. It's cold. It's my day off. I shouldn't even be here. I don't know why the fuck I picked overtime shift, you know. But life, bro, it happens. Okay, so we actually changed the plan. We're not gonna talk anything about the load we have. We're just gonna directly going to how I drive my truck in winter time, right? What do I avoid? What do I try not to do? And what do I do? And let's go a little bit into my trucking background. So anywhere from flatbed to tanker, double, triple, no triple actually. I got my double triple, but I never drove one. Anywhere from basically 5-axle flatbed, gross vehicle weight 80,000 pounds, to a super tube 8-axle truck and trailer 107,000 pounds, to a double tanker 10 axles, gross vehicle weight 127,000 pounds. So winter, summer, doesn't matter, up, down, that's what I used to drive, right? Depends on the day, depends on my luck, depends on what was gonna happen. But so the basically number one thing that I try to do is to drive when the sun is up and almost stop before the sun is down, right? I know that's hard to happen when we only get about like 8 hours of sunlight max, maybe 9, you know. So that's a little hard to do, but it's still like I wake up, like for tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 7, the sun's gonna come out at like 7:40, you know. By the time I dress up, do my pre-trip inspection and stuff, the sun already shining, you know. So that's number one thing we're gonna try to do. And we're gonna go to number 2. And before, let me tell you that I thought it's gonna be a lot worse. Basically, right now I'm in Post Falls, Idaho. I thought this trip was gonna be a lot worse. I thought I'm gonna put my boots on, put my chains on, you know, and get up the mountain. Basically, that's on the border of Montana and Idaho. And I thought it's gonna get a lot worse because southern Idaho is tripping, you know, where I come from. It was snowing really bad near Idaho Falls, so I thought like coming to Montana and then going to northern Idaho gonna be a lot worse. But it's actually wasn't, so that's why we're gonna forget about the load I have and directly going to how we're gonna try to drive. Number 2, what I do is like basically try not to pass anybody, right? Stay in the right lane. Right lane is always more clear than the left lane, okay? That's number 1. Plus sometimes the left lane looks clear, but it's full of surprises because you might try to pass someone. Look, I seen that before happening, right? I saw a truck jackknifing. I didn't see the time it happened, but I could basically tell how it happened, right? The left lane was clear, but to his luck, it was maybe like just a little bit of snow, you know, the wind bring it to the highway. While he was trying to pass someone, he jackknifed, he end up in the median, you know. And it's always happening, you don't know what's coming. So that's why staying in the right lane, it's the most important thing, you know. That's what I do. If someone's in front of me going like, if I'm going 50, someone's in front of me going 45, I'll just drop 5 miles per hour. Keep a very, very long distance, you know. If something happen, it's gonna happen to him. And pay attention, you know. Attention buys you time, time buys you option. Pay attention to the guy in front of you, so if something happened to him, that way you know that like it's something about to happen to you, so you gotta be careful. Okay, I think this still goes back to number 2. It's being patient. Okay, it's very important. Truck driving means being patient. Like, you have to have a lot of patience. You can't go up on somebody's butt just because you want them to speed up, or maybe you want to pass them, you're waiting for a good time, but you are like right up someone's butt. You know, it happens to me all the time. When someone's right on my ass, it's so close that forget about like holding my brake. If I let the gas go, the guy's gonna rear end me. Like, that's how close they are. Like, I don't see them no more. It seems like I have 2 trailers. I don't see their truck no more. That's how close they get to my trailer. It's because I go slow. Okay, I get it. I go like 64 miles per hour on cruise control 98% of the time, and it's because to save fuel, and I like it better. I go slow. I don't deal with passing anybody. Everybody passes me. That's okay. That's how I drive. But yeah, getting somewhere late, it's better than never getting there, right? So just think about it. Be patient, go slow, and get there safe. It's better than never getting there. Number 3, what I do is, if the road is icy, well, some people, if you don't feel comfortable, don't drive, right? But let's say you have to drive. A lot of us, like, obviously some people say you're the captain of your ship, so you stop, you know, you go whatever you do. But basically when I drive, I try not to put on cruise control, obviously, one, and not to do engine brake at the maximum level. Okay, I still have my engine brake at 1, but I pay a lot of attention to when I take my, like, basically remove my leg from the gas pedal. Okay, because when you basically let go of the gas pedal, that's when your engine brake gonna be engaging, you know. So if you pay attention, it's good, right? It's okay to do, but you have to make sure you pay attention. And you can't have it on the maximum, because it's gonna be acting up stronger and downshifting, and you don't want that, you know. And what else? I was gonna say something else. Yeah, one time what happened to me was, I was driving a tanker, and then I let go of the gas. My engine brake was at the maximum. The truck downshifted really quick, and then was like, start slowing down, right? And then what happened is my trailer, I saw in my mirror, my right mirror right there, the tanker was turning, like, not coming at me, like not super close to jackknifing, no, but I could see my trailer was sliding to the right. So I got nervous. What I did was I pressed the gas to upshift and basically go again, so it went straight back behind the trailer. But yeah, make sure you pay a lot of attention if you have your engine brake on, and you don't want to just not pay attention to what you're doing, let go of the gas, and next thing you know, your trailer gonna be wobbling all over the place. Depends on how icy it is, depends on what you're carrying, you know. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but yeah, just pay attention to what you're doing. And there is one thing that scares me the most, scares me more than rain, scares me more than snow, scares me more than wind and anything like that, okay? And that's fog. Okay, the most icy road I ever seen was when it was foggy out there, because you know how you're driving and it's foggy and you see your, like, windshield slowly getting wet, you know, you can see the water droplets. Well, what happened is that's on the floor already, and if it's cold, it's gonna freeze like so quickly, and it's gonna turn into black ice, you know. That's what happened. One time I was driving, it was a little foggy. I was driving I was driving slow, and it wasn't snowing at all. It was clear, but it was foggy. And then I come to that stop sign, everything was perfect until I reached that stop sign. I would lose traction here and there, but I didn't know how bad it was till I stopped at the stop sign. And then when I tried to drive, the truck was spinning, you know. I was looking out my window, I'm like, what are my tires spinning right now, like for real? And then when I get off the truck, ooh man, it was like so icy. You could do like ice skate, but you could not see anything with your eyes, you know. It was like when you look at it, it doesn't look icy. When you go down and actually like feel it with your leg, you realize, oh man, that's like super icy. So yeah, watch for fog. That's what I do. I try to even not drive on fog, or even if I do, I drive so slow. And what I do is basically go so slow as far as you can see, so you can stop, you know. So if you see like 20 feet ahead of you, make sure you have a 20 feet stopping distance. You can't be going like 80 miles per hour if you don't see where you're going, you know. There is people out there, like, for some reason, mostly livestock haulers, okay, they drive really fast in foggy weather. I don't know, maybe they have better vision than I do, but what I do is I slow down really, you know. Turn on your fog lights. If you slow down too much, turn on your flashers. Go as fast as you can see. That's what I do, and it's worked so far. I haven't hit shit, and hopefully I don't. And there's another tip that I got from another driver. We were basically driving behind each other, and he told me that, hey, always look in your mirror when the floor looks wet, okay? And if you can see water splashing with your tires, you know, your drive tires, your trailer tires, when you're driving, so you see the water splashing everywhere, right? And the floor looks wet, that's good. If the floor looks wet and you look back in your mirror and you don't see water splashing anywhere, that's bad. That's mean it's iced up already. So what you do basically in that weather, don't panic, don't press the brake right away, you know. Just let the gas go, maybe go stop somewhere, you know, do what you do. So that's bad. That's mean it's icy. And come on, be honest, when it's icy, it's not about professional driving at that point, you know. If it's icy and you're losing control, obviously going slow gonna help you not to lose control, right? But while you lost that control, man, me, whoever, doesn't matter, you know. Even with 10, 15, 20 years of experience, sometimes, like, if you lose it, you lost it, just pray, you know, pray that it's gonna be like a minimum damage, you know, after you lose it. It never happened to me before, thankfully. Hopefully it never happens to any of you out there, you know. But like, let's say it happened, all you can do at that time is pray, you know. Pray that for the minimum amount of damage, and pray that you don't bump into anybody, you know. Okay, now let's talk about what I do when driving downhill. Okay, now I'm in Post Falls, Idaho. I'm gonna end up in Vancouver, Washington. That's where I'm gonna drop my last load. But there's a lot of hills right here coming to Idaho, coming to Montana, Montana to Idaho, Idaho to Washington. There is a lot of ups and downs, you know. And my load is light, and the weather is good right now, so let's just forget about right now. But it depends on the hill, you know. If it's a downhill, I'll look at the weather. I think, you know, if it's way too messed up, I'm not gonna take it, you know. Especially depending on how much I weigh. Let's say I have a 40,000 pounds load on the back, so let's say like my gross vehicle weight is like 72, you know, 73. I'm not gonna take it, you know. Depends. If it's that bad, if it's all covered in white, that way you can't see anything, you know, you can't even see the road, I'm just gonna stop, you know. That's the point. Like, you know, they might have a, if it's a crazy hill, I'm talking about crazy hill, the ones that have like 6% for the next 6 miles. Let's talk maybe like Flagstaff, you know. How much is it? Is it like 7% for like 12 miles? I don't know out of my head, but yeah, let's talk about like, I'm talking about crazy downhills that have like runaway ramps and stuff like that. I'm not talking about, oh, like maybe 5% for like 100 feet, you know. No, I'm talking about the crazy ones that basically have a brake check area up the front at the top, you know. So let's say that if I don't feel safe, I'll just stop at the brake check area and then just stop there until it's better, you know. They clean those places up quickly. They put salt, you know, they shovel it up. So maybe you have to wait an hour or two for it to be cleaned up, but it's always better, you know, because that's no joke. When you're going down the hill, you have a load on your back, you know. Obviously it's automatic, you can't be like over revving it. It doesn't matter, even if you put it on the manual mode, you are over revving it, it's gonna be shifting for you, you know, it's gonna be up shifting for you. So I won't do it. I personally wouldn't do it myself, you know. Yeah. And another very important tip that I just remembered, like it doesn't affect me right now, but when I used to drive the Tactiker, we did had the drop axle right on the front, you know, right in front of the drive axles. We had another extra drop axle to put it on when you're loaded. But then when you do put that on, it doesn't affect most of you probably, but if you have a drop axle and when you put it down, you're basically gonna have less weights on your steer axle, so you're not gonna have a good enough traction, especially when you're making a turn, you know. So raise it up depending on the weather. If it's icy and snowy, just raise it up, because you need more traction on your steer tires to be able to turn the wheel. And yeah, it's probably not gonna, most of you doesn't have drop axle, and if you do, you already know. And this is one of the last one. If the chain laws are up, when you have a chain up area, stop and put your chains on. Make sure you put your chains on at the chain up area. If you don't want to put your chain on and you want to like stay it out, just stay it out. But please, if you don't put your chains on, don't take that road, because you're gonna get stopped and you're gonna stop other people behind you. Even if they have their chains on, you don't have your chain on, now you made everybody stop, line up behind you. And if the cops see that, I don't know what the situation gonna be, but I bet it's gonna be a big ticket violation. I have no idea what it is. But I tried to take a hill before without having my chain on, not on a highway or anything like that, on a road to a dairy, and it was a steep hill and I should have had my chain on. I was like lazy. I said like, if I try to hurry up and leave before it snows too much, I'm gonna clear that hill. And it was maybe this much of snow and I couldn't clear that hill because of how heavy I was. And basically when we go up the hill, all the milk is surging back, so I couldn't take that hill and it was miserable. You know, don't be me. Try to put your chain on at a better time, you know. It's a lot easier to put your chain on at the chain up area than to put your chain on a hill. It's highly dangerous because your truck can always roll back depending on the ice and how much it weighs. So I think this is one of the last thing I can remember. And there is one last thing I want to talk about. It is so important, so I hope you guys are still here watching. And that is to do not have an ego. Let's say someone is trying to pass you on no passing zone, or maybe someone's trying to pass you and you see the left lane is being a little bit too much of snow and ice or something like that. Slow down and let the guy merge in front of you, because at the end of the day we all have families at home waiting for us to get back home, you know. So I know maybe the guy next to you did some dumb decision, maybe he's passing you on no passing zone, or maybe he's just passing you on a time that he shouldn't be passing you, you know. And then you realize he's struggling on the left lane, he's trying to get back into the right lane. Please let him in. You'll be the bigger person. Slow down a little bit, let him go in front of you, and then just go through your day. It doesn't work to like stress about it. It doesn't work to like think about it even. Just slow down, let him go in front of you, and that's it. And I think that's it for now. Like, I really can't think of anything else. I'm really tired. I gotta go to sleep. But in no way, shape or form I'm claiming to be a good driver, right? I mean, I'm not claiming to be oh, I'm the super driver and like I figured it all out. No, I don't want God to be mad at me and next thing you know I'll be indeed somewhere. But basically, keep a great distance, so if something happens in front of you, you can like first look left or right. You can have escape plan, you know. And if you see something happening in front of you, use your CB radio, use your flashers to let the guy know behind you. That's a great help, you know, so that way like you are saving yourself and you're saving the guy behind you. And yeah, that's it for the point of this video. If it's your first winter, be careful. Usually people who are watching this, it's their first winter, you know. They like to see me talk, you know. But if it's your first winter, be careful. I remember mine, I was scared, you know, I was scared to, like, I would have nightmares about it, you know. But it's gonna be okay. Just drive slow as long as you go slow, and do your pre-trip inspection. Check your tire pressures, you know, it's cold. It's gonna go down, you know, so check up on that. What else? Yeah, that's probably it, you know. Make sure like everything's good, you know, your antifreeze is good. Make sure you have extra jacket, extra boots, just to stay warm if something happens. And yeah, that's it for the point of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next. Peace out.